of the most beautiful cities in the world, San Diego, California, and Snapdragon Stadium. Saturday afternoons, the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Missouri Tigers and the San Diego State Aztecs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with Coach Eli Drinkwitz before the game. He said that first win has really helped settle this team in. They knew they could possibly be good, being ranked in the preseason poll, but now they're proving it on the field. He said, we've just got to do it week in and week out, and that starts today. They are taking that 1-0 mentality into every single game. Today is no different. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Missouri Tigers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Jamal Roberts, he made it to the end zone 4 times in their victory last time out while picking up more than 100 yards.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Going for the big play. Got it down the field. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Looking to throw again. Holds on, it's Lanier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Terry. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Aztecs offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Might as well run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking for space. It's Roberts. Nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The handoff as they run the counter play here. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw, it's Burns. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Keeps it moving, it's Mitchell. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give. On the stop.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
And the Aztecs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw. They're all over him. tight end finds a soft spot. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Defense all over him.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Aztecs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. They really... the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. The run inside. It's Roberts. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And the Tigers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Sees an alley. Oh, a lot of space. To the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Aztecs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run, it's Mitchell. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. The snap sets up to throw. Out wide right, it's Miller. Makes the catch and he's free. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch and he's down at the 5. The Aztecs are threatening on 1st and goal. Motion from the back. From the red zone, it's Mitchell. Driven back.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They were all over it.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Burns. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dirk.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Calls his own number. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on designed plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying to squeak through the pile. There he goes. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Aztecs have this offense rolling. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Got a little space. Got the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Buchanan. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. 2nd down to the air. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Back's got it on the screen. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. And he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Give to the single back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Wants to throw. It's Burns. Keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Looking for room. It's Roberts. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Right side, it's Hoffman. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. First play of this drive. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. From the gun, it's Roberts. Crosses to 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Drops back. It's Burns. He lobs one high down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the home team looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Now back to your game inside Snapdragon Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Snapdragon Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I caught up with the Aztecs head coach at the half. He told me that he is probably going to stick with this young player. Although they are leading right now, he is concerned about the play of this young star. He said, I've got to see a more consistent performance for him here in the second half, but they are going to give him that opportunity to right the ship. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Gets the back moving. Pushes ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Finds a crease, it's Roberts. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Burns. Grabbed in the middle, it's Terry. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Long way to go on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his target. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike pay dirt. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The play fake. Rush right in his face. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll go to the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ferguson. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
They'll need a bunch on second down. On play action. Moves to his right. Fires downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Reels it in. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield 2 yards behind the line. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Number 19, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Ferguson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking for a gap. It's Mitchell. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. The Aztecs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The handoff. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Sells the run, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. On the move.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This drive will open from the 15. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Out wide left, it's Terry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Roberts. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. After 3 periods of play, and these 2 running backs have gone head-to-head. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.